Hello, I'm Jamila, an international etiquette consultant, author of etiquette books and pre-recorded online etiquette courses. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you some of the very best skincare and body care products that I've purchased for my recent trip to Japan. I share a lot from the trip on my Instagram. If you haven't been following me yet, make sure that you do, because on Instagram I share more of my daily content, things that I do on a daily basis. So if you want to see more of that, you can join and follow me on Instagram. So with that being said, I don't want you to keep you waiting for too long, so let's get started with what I've bought in Japan. And I have been using it for about a week and a half. So far I've loved whatever I've been using, and so these are the things I probably would like to repurchase when I go for my next trip to Japan. But if you do know how to order things from Japan or Amazon, do let me know, because I would love to know how I can repurchase this directly from Japan. First things first, it's quite messy in this shopping bag, and with a shopping bag I actually have a separate story that I'm gonna keep it to the end and tell you at the end of this, but this was a lifesaver shopping bag. I'll show you later. But let's start with the skincare, and actually I'll start with the mouth care first. I want to show the different kind of products that I've bought for mouth care, because again, hygiene starts from within, and that includes our hygiene, dental hygiene, and I'm someone who's really careful with dental hygiene. I make sure that I get my checkups regularly, that I clean my teeth well, and that I use the right products. So in Japan I have found two very interesting toothbrushes based on their shape. So these are the ones that I have purchased in a bunch of them, but these are the shapes that I've liked more. I've tried them already. So this is the one that has actually 4 segments. So it's really great when you're trying to clean the back of your teeth and really trying to get the dirt out of it. I've never seen a toothbrush like this that has bristles that are divided by segments. So this is definitely a highly recommended toothbrush. The other one comes in a very different, unique shape. Again, I haven't seen this kind of shape anywhere, and I'll show you the shape, which is again unique for this kind of a toothbrush, and because it's Japan they'll have double wrapping. And this toothbrush actually looks like a triangle, and it's really great when you're trying to clean in between the teeth. So not really the back, but really in the front, and just going through the cavities, so to speak, or going through the dental divisions. So this is a really handy toothbrush, and it's really lightweight, and it's like the one I would probably take with me if I'm traveling somewhere. So this is a highly recommended toothbrush. So 2 shapes. Another thing that I've done my research on, based on the different kind of toothpaste in Japan, there's so many to choose from, but the one that was recommended the most is called Apagard, and the type is Premio. It comes in different types. There's like a one with mint, there's one that is for sensitive dents, and this one is, as I understand, it is for whitening, and it's of a premium quality. I don't know why it's called Premium, but it comes in a smaller packaging length than a bigger one. I've bought 2, just one for home and one for traveling, and so far I really like how soft it is on my teeth, and how really it also it foams really well. That gives you like a sensation that you've really cleaned your teeth well. Another thing with the mouth care, and this is the last piece for mouth care, is these. So they come in a bigger package like this, but then they're again individually wrapped, and that makes things so much easier, because you don't have to carry the whole bottle. You can just pick however you need for your travel, put it into your bag. These are mouthwashes, but they're different from a regular mouthwash in the taste. They come in different flavors. There was this blue one, the green one, this one is with mint, and there was one with peach that I bought also for kids to try. And it's really good because it really rinses everything out of your mouth. For example, if you had something really sticky to eat, like meat with like a lot of veggies, and it's like all stuck in your teeth and you didn't get a chance to brush your teeth, so this is a mouthwash to use. You just put into your mouth, you just rinse, like you just swirl it around and you discard it, and you have a very fresh breath and everything is cleared away. So this is something I would recommend to get in Japan. Next, I want to show you all the kind of face masks that I bought in Japan. Some of them were already recommended by other YouTubers and other content creators on Instagram as well, but there's one that I didn't see being recommended, and I saw it in a pharmacy, and I saw they tried to explain to me that it's like it won some kind of a award, so I got it as well. So far I've loved the feeling of it afterwards. So it's actually not a complete mask, but it's called Hyaluronic 2000. It's by a brand called Kose Comfort. So basically these are like patches for the lines around your smile, your like, I don't know, this area mouth, and then under your eyes, and it has almost like micro needles in it with hyaluronic acid, and it just really plumps it up. So if you're going to bed, you can just put it on. If you're about to go for, say, an important event, you can just put it around. It's basically like a face mask, but for your under eyes and your mouth and a mouth area. And the difference is that it has this interesting tingly sensation. I don't know how it works, but it works, and it really feels great afterwards. The next thing that I really love, and I actually bought a few of these and also a refiller. It comes in a little same kind of material box with a refiller that you can apply as a rice mask on your face. This is a very popular, like an extremely popular face mask in Japan. It has won a couple of, I think, awards, or like it's a bestseller. It's a rice mask and it's really moisturizing. I've noticed that my skin, when I was traveling to Japan, the flight was too long, obviously coming back, I was super dehydrated. With these masks, I've already, I think, like finished more than half of one package that I have up in the bathroom. So it is really amazing. It just makes my skin feel like I've washed it with like a really creamy rice something, like a rice lotion, and I just tap the rest of it. I put the rest on my neck, and I just use the rest, whatever remains from it, over my hands and my elbows. So this is definitely something I will repurchase. Another thing that I have opened up in the bathroom. This one is moist, but I think there's another one. That was I think Brighton, something like that I've already opened. This one I haven't, but it's from the same brand called Lululun, and this is the moist edition because the other one doesn't look very presentable. So it has this like patch. I think it says like it won some kind of an award, but generally I really liked already the brightening one that I'm using, because we were walking a lot under the sun. I noticed that I had some more freckles appear on my face, and I really wanted to brighten them up, so I've been using the brightening mask. It's really good that it has like this closed like zipper bag effect that you can seal it completely, but I like to open one at a time to make sure that I don't, you know, forget to use and then it all dries up. So I'll start using moist and I'll let you know how I feel. I'm already using the rice one here, so I didn't feel the need to open the moist, but Lululun has a really great mask. And the last in terms of the face mask is this called by Saborino, and it's again, I think, won some kind of things, like it's also one of the best sellers. A lot of the, you know, content creators talk about this mask, and it really comes in a really interesting packaging. So you open it up like that, and then it comes like a wet tissues. So I've bought a few. I bought from my mom, from my mother-in-law, some of my friends, and so far everyone loves it because they're so easy to use. You just like pick them up one by one. It like comes up like a tissue, and it's like it has all this kind of like fruits, and I don't know what goes inside because I couldn't understand anything, but what the pharmacist was telling me is like really good in moisturizing and brightening the skin. And I have actually noticed that in Japan most of the masks are really into either brightening or moisturizing, not just masks but any face product that I have purchased there. Next, let's talk about lips. I'm not necessarily going in the order on the face, but rather just grouping the products together. So the two products that I've so far loved very much is one called the Retinol Time Wrinkle Lip Essence. It feels like a balm on your lips, and it really just smoothens any wrinkles or any like cracks that you might have on your lip. I only apply it before I go to bed. I don't apply it during the daytime. And this other lip cream by DHC, it's one of the most popular products in Japan. You'll see it like being sold everywhere, and like it says like cosmetic something or award, and it comes in a form of a sheer balm like that. What I loved about it is that it's really, when you apply it, it glides really well on your lips, but it doesn't make your lips feel like they're sticky, which I hate when it comes to lip gloss or lip balm, when it feels like your lips are sticking together. I really like the effect that it has on my lips, and also it's really moisturizing, and I think it has some SPF in it. I might be wrong, but I love how it leaves your lips being moisturized without feeling greasy. Next, let's talk about face and the two products which are, I think, like a discovering for me. I've never really experienced much acne growing up as a teenager, but in my adulthood, I started experiencing some pimples here and there. In the last couple of weeks prior to the flight to Japan, I don't know why I had this like breakout on my face, and I just couldn't dry them. Like I'll dry on one part of my face and then on the other one, new ones would appear. So when I was doing my research about skincare in Japan, I stumbled upon this cream that everyone recommended. And I was like, okay, like if everyone talks about it, I have to try it. And I tried it. And honestly, it's the best medication that I've ever tried for acne. It's called Pear. I don't know if it has steroids in it or not. If you know, let me know down in the comment section. But you see, I've used enough of it. So you just apply just a little bit. It goes like a cream on top of your pimple, and it dries it up so well. Like in the morning, you don't have any bump even seen. So I'm someone who really tries not to squeeze the pimple, to touch it too much, but these pimples would just not go away, and they were starting to annoy me, and I was like, I need to do something about it. So this Pear cream really helped to dry them up, and I stopped feeling them so much on my face, and over time they just, you know, dried up, and I was making sure that I was cleansing my face really well and hydrating my body enough, and so I was able to get rid of these little breakouts that I had. The next thing that I was not recommended to get, but I found on my own and I love it. It's the brand called Elixir, which is a brand under Shiseido, but I think it's more like their kind of lower niche, or like it's more affordable than Shiseido brand, but it's the same group. And this is called Retinol Power Wrinkle Smoothing Cream. It's a very gentle retinol. It's not the same as you would use like prescription wise, but from the ones that I've been using, not prescription wise, but over the counter ones, I started to shed some skin, and my skin is super delicate, and it was a bit frightening because I would have covered with this like red spots. I stopped using it actually at all, and then I couldn't find anything that would work with my skin. And now I discovered this one, and I've been using it for a week and a half, and it's really great, and I love it so far. That does not to say that I will stop like altogether using retinol, but I think at that point maybe I was just like, my body was already overreacting to it because I've been using it for a really long time and not moisturizing enough afterwards. So the key is to make sure that I sandwich or layer my retinol, so I make sure that I add enough moisturizer and something that's creamier to make sure that I don't break out or start shedding skin like a snake, which was what was happening to me. I love the effect of retinol on my face. It was very nice, very smooth, but I had to stop it for some time. So these are the things that I would recommend where if you want to smoothen your skin, if you want to get rid of your pimples, then these two products are really good. Next, let's talk about obviously something that's so important, something that I've been practicing ever since I know myself, because my dad always told me that it's important to clean your face. Like the most important thing for him was a clean face. And so I got into this habit of cleaning my face from early age on. So, you know, you sweat as a young person, you run around and you'd have these like breakouts or this little like pimples here and there. To ensure that you don't, you have to maintain a good hygiene of your face, and that's making sure that you wash it well and then you moisturize it well. With the washing, cleansing, which is so important, I always double cleanse. I use Bioderma micellar water, and then I would use one of the two, because I realized that sometimes my skin gets used to one of the cleansing balms or gels or foams, and then it almost stops working as well. So I always use them interchangeably, depending on how greasy I feel like my face is, or depending on the time of a month that it is. So there is one called Softimo, which is a deep cleansing oil. It's again by Cosy Comfort. I love that it's very liquidy. It's not very greasy, not super oily or heavy on your skin, but it's so well cleansing. It feels like it penetrates the skin so well and like washes everything off. I used to use LMS cleansing balm, which I've used for many years, but I think it might be also one of the reasons I was breaking out, maybe too, because it was a little bit, now that my skin has gotten used to it, it was a little bit too greasy for it. So I've stopped and switched to this one. I've used just a little bit so far, but something else, because I've been breaking out, I've been using is this Perfect Whip beauty foam. It comes one in white clay, there's one with collagen. This is the regular one, but the one that was recommended the most. It comes in a form of a creamy like texture. It really builds up on your skin and refoams really well and cleanses everything. Almost feels like you feel like squeaky clean, which is something I don't necessarily want to promote, because especially for people that have dry skin, which I do, but sometimes I feel like so dirty after traveling for really long hours that I feel like my skin needs that extra cleansing. And so this is something that has helped me, I think, also with cleaning my face from the breakout. So these two are highly recommended. Continuing on cleansers, I also bought this really very sweet. It's called Susai Beauty Clear Powder Wash. They actually come in a bigger bag, and there are one that are pink, there are one that's silver, I think gold. I don't know why I picked pink one. I thought it was cute. And so it's like really small like this. It's a powder for washing your face. So it's like a cleanser, but it's amazing. I love the packaging most. I think I haven't tried it yet, but I will when I'm traveling soon, because I thought it was really great for traveling. You can just add that into your handbag, into your makeup bag, and carry it with you in case you need to clean your face. And perfect if you're traveling for a short trip. Great. Next product that is also for face, that is, again, you'll see a lot in Japan that most of the products are either for brightening, for evening out the tone of the skin, for, you know, getting rid of wrinkles. So these are, I think, like three major issues that people are obsessed with in Japan. And so this was the lotion that I got, and I've been using always after a double cleanse. I always use some kind of a hydrating essence or toner or lotion to kind of set the pH back of the skin to its normal, and so then I apply the cream. I have used actually this much. You just need a couple of drops and then you like hydrate the whole face. It's really soft. It has this slightly sticky-ish, liquidy substance to it, so it's not like a hydrating essence like a water. It's a little bit more jelly, but it really leaves the skin feeling hydrating on its own. It feels like I don't even need a cream afterwards, though I do apply cream because I have a very dry skin, but this is a hydrating, also brightening lotion. So this is definitely something I will repurchase. Now let's talk about SPFs, and I got a lot of different ones because I couldn't make a choice. I couldn't understand exactly what kind would work really well for my skin type, so I tried to buy a few to know the difference, and also I'll let you know after maybe few months in summertime which one was my favorite. But to show you, so this one is Biore UV. It's an Aqua Reach watery essence with SPF 50. So this was probably the best seller in Japan. Everyone loves it, everyone buys it. It's like the most endorsed one, and has a really watery consistency as it says. So if you're someone who has really oily skin and needs something super light and kind of like it dries a little bit on your skin, like feels like water has dried on your skin. I don't know if it makes sense, but if you like that kind of a feeling, then I think this one is for you. I'm still testing. Don't know yet if that's what I want to feel. The next is something that I prefer usually, and it comes in a form of basically spray. It's by Cozy Comfort. It's called Pom Pom Purin. It's a funny name. So it comes in a spray like that. It creates this white thing on your face, and then you can just dab it on, and then it like has a little bit of a scent to it, but it's a nice scent for me. I actually like it, and it's great if you're at the beach and need like extra sun protection. You just like go all around your face and neck and hands, and I just like how lightweight it is, but also just enough moisturizing, so not too drying. Another thing that I got is also an SPF, but this one always comes with vitamin C, and it's a UV stick with SPF 50, and it also says rose beige, which means it has basically my undertone. It works well with my cool undertone. I have a pink undertone, so it comes in the form of a stick. And it's great because if I am traveling, if I am somewhere that I haven't been able to wash my hands, then I can just roll it on my face and make sure that I have extra sun protection. I will start using it more in the summer. To be honest, I haven't really used it much, as you can tell. I just opened it, but I tried it on my hand. I liked how it felt. So I'll try it over the summer and let you know if it's something I'm going to get again some more. And another SPF product, SPF containing product, but this has SPF 40. I've also noticed that in Japan, most products have SPF 30 at least, and then it goes up, you know. There aren't that many products with low SPF 10. So even this like basically foundation has an SPF 40. This one is in Fair Porcelain, which is my skin tone, and Turtur is one of the brands that are so recommended in Japan. So because it was recommended, I got it. So it has this little application. I actually don't ever use this, so let me just show how I use it. I'll dab just a little bit of my finger, apply it just to see if it works, and then I would see how well it melts into my skin, essentially like this. and it just melted into my skin. I'm going to use it more because now I have the foundation that, not foundation, but like an SPF cream with the color that I've been using for years and have been loyal to it. But I'll use it more closer to the summer and let you know how I feel about it. There's another product that I bought. It's called Recipio. It's for sensitive and dry skin, which is what I have, and has SPF 50 moist UV milk. What I liked about it is that the texture of it was super liquidy, very lightweight. Like you don't even feel like you have something on your face. And so I bought this and I thought I'm going to add some more SPF to the SPF that I'm already using. So I'll just not double cleanse, but double SPF, if that makes sense. But I really love how lightweight it feels, and I'll show you the consistency. It's super milky and it smells good. Next two products are face mints. One is Curel. It says Deep Moisture Spray. This is the one that is, again, a bestseller, something that, you know, was out of stock in a couple of places, and it's just a very popular product, very much recommended by a lot of people. But it basically sprays really well, and it just feels super hydrating on the skin. But I also found another mist that is by Elixir, which is the brand I showed you earlier, and this mist is called Luminous Glow. I think this is something you would apply on a daily basis, out and about. If you're at the beach, you need that deep moisturizing spray to refresh. But this one is something I would apply if I'm going out somewhere and I want this luminous glow, because apart from being like really moisturizing or feeling moisturizing, it also adds like this interesting glow to your face. So I would apply it after the makeup, like a fixator. I don't know if you can actually fixate the makeup with this, but I would use it. And also it smells really fresh, very nice, like a spa. Next, I want to show you the only product that I bought for hair. I actually did buy a shampoo. I'm still using it, and I'll let you know how I feel about it. But this is a hair lotion that was recommended, I think, by Allure. It is called Ladies Monjungeng. It's by a brand I think called Yana Gia, and it's basically a super lightweight lotion for your hair. After you wash it, you just apply it. I've used it twice already, and it's just, as you apply it like a cream. You part your hair, you just apply it like that. When you open it, it even has a really strong scent. And once you apply it and you like rub it in, it feels very cooling and very refreshing on your hair. It's supposedly going to, you know, make your hair grow faster, grow better, grow more. You know, I've just started. I don't know yet the results, but I really love the sensation of really coolness in my head, and it felt like they're growing now. I don't know. Maybe it's a placebo effect. I don't know what's inside, but it really was super lightweight. Didn't make my hair feel greasy throughout the day. I was able to do a blow dry and you know, add some volume, and it still stayed well. And but it really had this tingling sensation, which I think where the magic happens. The next two products are very interesting. Something I've never ever seen anywhere before, but I think I'm definitely going to repurchase this. So one is called Shiro Waki Bijin. So it says it makes your armpits silky and transparent right away by whitening and peeling effects. So it's a peeling cream that you can use for your underarms. I saw this advertisement in the packaging of a woman with darker armpits and then brighter armpits, and I was like, okay, let me get it and see how it works. And I don't know what it is inside of this, but this works. So if you're someone who wants to brighten your armpits and wants that extra, you know, evening of the tone of your armpits, then this is something you should get. You can only use it, I think, once or twice a week, and you apply it, you leave it for a bit like a mask, and then you peel it off with, like, you just rub it and like wash it away, so you don't leave it on. And this other thing is an underarm cream. I have seen deodorants, I have seen, you know, deodorant sticks, I have seen powder, I've seen everything, but I've never seen something that comes in the form of a cream. So it has a little cushion like that, and it has a creamy texture. It's like, I don't know what it feels like, but basically like any cream that you would apply to your face, but this is for armpits, and you apply it with this. And the magic happens is that it really is good at making sure that you don't sweat. I don't know what is inside, but it also felt very good. I don't really like the sprays. I don't like the cooling effect of sprays. I don't like that you have to wait for a little bit for it to dry out. So I prefer powder, but this is probably better than any powder I've ever used. Next two products that I want to show you are actually compliments that I've received a lot lately from my audience, where I share pictures on Instagram with my new manicure, and they've been asking me what is the color that you use, and I actually didn't know until I had to take out my nail polish and look it up. So it is a Japanese polish brand called, I don't know if it's Japanese, I assume it is, Gel 1Me. And this one is in number 93. I bought a few different ones, and this is the one that I've applied now. It's a gel nail polish that you can buy in skincare, like regular stores. It wasn't really expensive, but it really feels nice, and it's very natural tone. And a lot of the nail polishes they had were rather on a neutral palette, like light gray, light pink, very nice colors if you're into light neutral colors. And I also got this Ducata nail oil cream, so it's in the form of an oil and a brush, so you just go like this, really easy to apply, and also really nice to have it in your bag. It's quite small and you can easily travel. And what I love about it, it feels like you just got yourself like a spa appointment. It smells really nice and very refreshing. The next two products I want to show are body products. Obviously, we can't go about skincare without taking care of our body. So this, actually, let me tell you first about this. This is again one of the Japanese bestsellers. You'll see it recommended by a lot of people, and they do it justly. It is worth a recommendation. It comes in a form of a jelly kind of texture. It's not necessarily a cream, but a gel. I think that's what it says, skin conditioning gel. I've actually never heard a term like that before. I know a body lotion and I know body cream or body butter, but I've never heard of skin conditioning gel. And it's really lightweight, but somehow it really dries up really fast on your skin and makes your skin feel really moisturized for a really long period of time. I have a super dry skin, and for some reason this has worked so well for me, because sometimes with the creams, they're recommended by everyone, they work on certain type of skin types. For me, it's usually the really rich butter that makes my skin really moisturized, but in this case, this worked. And another product that I've discovered on my own, I was in a souvenir shop close to Mountain Fuji. There was a souvenir shop. We went in to take a bottle of water, and I saw these creams standing in front of a cashier, and there was a label on them. So I put on ChatGPT, and I read that this was, I think, over 30 million units of this cream was sold. They're made of horse oil. I know it doesn't sound so good, but this skin cream is like a bestseller around Asia, and it's about $8, and it's for skin, for body, for face, and even your hair. So it goes everywhere from head to toe, literally. And it has a really nice scent, actually. I don't know what they put in and made it better, because I would imagine horse fat doesn't smell so good, but horse oil. But somehow this smells really fresh, very nice, super lightweight, and gets absorbed into skin really, really well. So definitely will be repurchasing those two products for sure. Another product that I wanted to show you is just to show how much hygiene is so valuable in Japan, that they even have a product for this, and it's available everywhere. So you'd walk into any family mart or any store and you can buy this. And these are travel disposable toilet seat covers. So if you're someone who hates sitting in public toilets and tries to find ways around how to put the tissue so you don't get to sit on the actual seat, then this is for you. It's really easy to put into your bag, super lightweight, a couple of this in your handbag, and you can use public toilets just as comfortable as you're using your own private toilet. The next thing I wanted to show you is, if you've traveled to Japan, this is ordinary for you, but if you haven't, and this is the first time I ever come across a chewing gum that is packaged. So you have a whole package, but then you have individual wrapping of every single chewing gum. I have never seen a chewing gum like this before. Two things: wrapping is so important, presentation is so important in Japan. So is hygiene, super important. And that's if you're sharing a gum with others, if you have you open the whole wrapping and then this is exposed, which is what happens to a lot of gums that don't have individual wrappings. And then you can also put into your handbag, instead of carrying this whole thing, you can just put one or two and have a gum at your disposal every time, anywhere you go. So I thought this was something worth sharing. And the final two products I want to show you is all about taking care of your eyes. I'm someone who loves eye drops. I use them on a daily basis, different kinds of eye drops. I use one for moisturizing my eyes, for hydration, some vitamins for the eyes. But I also love to make sure that I have one in my handbag that is to refresh my eyes, to make them look fresh, because sometimes I have to go to an event after a couple of YouTube shoots, some Zoom calls, and my eyes are so tired that no makeup can save my eyes. They just look so not fresh is the best way to say it. So the only way that I can refresh my eyes is by having eye drops that have this cooling effect. So I wanted to open and show you the packaging as well, and I have one in my handbag, and this is a brand new one. This one is by a brand called Lissi Ronto. So the thing about these ones, these pink ones, is that they have a very cooling effect on your eyes. To be honest, if your eyes are super sensitive, I wouldn't recommend using it, because one drop and your eyes just go boom, like they're freezing. But after a while, if you were to compare your two eyes, your one eye is going to be like super white and like you have a very fresh gaze, and the other one is going to be like your regular eye. So I would probably not use it every day. I would use it only on specific occasions when I need to look like I've just napped. But this really works. I don't know what is inside, but it's super cooling. And again, if you have sensitive eyes, then don't use these ones. They have, I think, ones that are less powerful than this ones. Then they come in a white packaging. And there's also a degree, I think, that it shows as how minty or cooling they are. So you can choose the one that works best for you. So the next product is actually something that was supposed to be for an eye. I don't know why I took the wrong patch with me for this shoot right now, but anyways, this has a similar packaging. It has eye on it, and it's an eye warming package. So I bought one for the neck, one for the eyes, a whole box for the eyes. There was one that you place like under your feet it like warms it up, but also like clears the toxins. I don't know if it works that way, but of them all, I really love the eye patches because they warm your eyes, and it just gives like this really, almost like you have this spa on your eyes, and you feel so relaxed, even if you're have been on a long flight, or if you've been watching your screens for a really long time. You just put them on for maybe 10-15 minutes. They warm up your eyes, and it just feels so much more relaxed. So this is something I would definitely repurchase if I were to travel to Japan again, or if you know how to order from Japan. Feel free to share in the comment section below. And I also wanted to show you this shopping bag that I bought in Japan, and I told you that I'm going to share a story about it, but essentially what I wanted to say is, having noticed how people use reusable bags, I felt bad for buying plastic or paper bags in shops. So I realized I need to get a shopping bag, and I got two. So one of them is my favorite, from Dean & DeLuca, so you don't actually have to travel to Japan to get this. I think you can get it anywhere around the world where they have Dean & DeLuca's. And this is, I thought, a perfect bag for beach even. You can like put things out, and it looks really like a fishnet and super stylish. And so this bag endured so much on a trip. Just look how big it opens and how it holds everything together. But the best part about this bag is that it fits into every single bag that I have. I'll just roll it like a sock, and I'll just place it into my smaller bag, and I'll carry it with me if I'm going traveling with a carry-on bag. It's just everywhere with me, and it's perfect because it's so durable, super lightweight, and holds so much stuff inside, like you wouldn't even think that it would. So this is definitely another product that I would repurchase if I were to go to Dean & DeLuca. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you do, you can check out my playlist for beauty and skincare. I do share once in a while some videos about skincare and beauty. If you're interested in that, do give it a thumbs up to this video so I know that you like this kind of content, and do share some video suggestions underneath this video so I know what kind of content you enjoy watching on my channel. And if you're still with me and you want to learn more in depth about etiquette, you can get my etiquette books that are available on my website. You can join my pre-recorded etiquette courses, again available on my website, as well as you can join my Patreon etiquette movie club, where every month I do an etiquette analysis of different kind of movies. So far I've done over 40 different movie analysis, and by joining it now you can have access to this very exclusive content. And for those of you that have made up until this point of this video, means you have an incredible amount of patience, so thank you for being so patient. I'll share with you the outfit for today's video. This is again a kimono I'm wearing to go along with the theme of the video that I bought on my way actually back from Japan. So there was this little shop right before our gate. It had all kind of souvenirs and kimono, and I got these 3 different kimonos in cotton. They're super comfortable. I wear them as a dress. I have paired this one with a Chanel really thin belt, and I'm not wearing any shoes because since we're in Japan, there is no shoe policy. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!